Hey guys, welcome to another action panel. In today's action panel, we're going to be doing something a little different. I had my brother decided to send in some sports cards to get them graded, and he asked me if I wanted to go in with him and send a few myself. I didn't send as many as he did. He sent, I think, like 40. How many did he send, babe?
60 total. You had
64. So yeah. So he had like 44 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 54 or 44. I think I sent in 16.
Yeah.
So these are what came back. So I sent them actually to, I know everybody knows Beckett, everybody knows PSA. They're the two big guys. I think there's like KSA here in Canada. They're not that well known. And these companies are kind of, they're smaller companies. I think he went with GMA, and I think GMA is out of Florida, I believe. Super nice people. I actually did the whole thing for him. He offered to pay for the majority of the grading set, all like the grading setup and shipping and everything, because he had most of the cards and I did most of the legwork. Very personable, the people there, accommodating, easy to talk to, and honestly, sending it in was a very easy experience. So I thought I would do like an update. I didn't really do an original video where I sent in these cards because it just kind of happened and I didn't really plan it. I just kind of grabbed what I had and sent in the cards I thought I should get graded, or some of the harder to get stuff and some of the hidden fates stuff I sent in, just to see what kind of how their grading is, because on their website it doesn't tell us, it doesn't say anything about how they grade it. I know with Beckett you get the centering, the surface, the back, the centering, the edges, the corners, and the back, I believe. So, and with PSA, you kind of know where you're gonna get. They mention it on their website. What qualifies as a 10 to 1, whereas GMA, you don't really have that. And honestly, while it was a great experience with them, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. So let's grab my first stack. This would be my 8s through my low. I think I have like 110 in here. What's that?
You've got an 8 over here as well.
So I have an 8 there, yeah. So I bought this not too long ago, and I decided to send it in. This one's not too bad. There's some whitening on the corners there. Maybe a lower than an 8, but I'm not really. Yeah, I don't know if. Yeah, maybe a 6 or a 7. I don't know if I would have given this an 8. Nonetheless, I'm going to keep this one. I don't think I'm going to be selling it anytime soon, just because I like it. I like it in the case that way. But yeah, it's been a mixed bag. So the Blastoise, I think, probably deserves like a 6 or a 7. The Nidoqueen Skyridge Rare got an 8. This one's not bad. I probably would have given it an 8 as well. There's a little whitening on the corners, but no crazy damage. Maybe an 8 or 9. 8 might be a little low. Put that there. The Latios, I think they missed. There's a crease there. I was expecting like a 3 or a 4, to be honest. There's a bit of a crease there, and there is some wear around, especially, not really. There's a little whitening on the back there, but that crease, to my knowledge, would have devalued it a lot, but it got a mint 9, which I'm not complaining about, but at the same time,
Centering on the front's a little off.
the centering, where do you see that?
Wider on the left than on the right.
Maybe.
Microscopic.
I don't really see. I don't even know if PSA would have noticed that. Maybe. The centering's pretty spot on though for that. Then I got the 2 Charmanders, which both got a 10. Centering is fine on both. I wouldn't have even I can't argue with that. Perfectly fine, grade 10. They're mint condition, new, right out of package, and they look perfect. The Alakazam, This is actually one of the cleanest Legendary Collection Alakazams I've seen. The fireworks on the front don't have, there's like barely any scratching. I think like one mark here. If you look, let me see if I can get in the light. Yeah, there's like barely any scratching, and that's really hard to get. As you can see, there's a little crease just there, but the edging was almost immaculate. There's like maybe one scratch here on the hollow, and then the back is super clean. There's maybe a little bit of a whitening on that side, tiniest little whitening, but I don't know if they would have debunked it for that down. But nonetheless, it got a 9. I don't know if I would have given it a 9. I love that hollow. But yeah, I don't think I would have given it a 9, maybe something a little bit lower. My base set 2 Alakazam with the hollow swirl on the top. Love that. Got a 7.5. Which is interesting because if I'm going to be honest, I think this is probably the better. Yeah, it's a little wear on the bottom. Maybe not better than this Alakazam, but there's a lot of wear on the bottom that maybe I just didn't notice before I sent this in. I still think 7.5, maybe an 8. This is a little low. So like I'm saying, like I said before, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. This one I'm really surprised by. I don't know if they just randomly threw a number at it. Again, I don't know how they grade this stuff. The centering doesn't seem off at all. It seems fine. Centering on the back seems fine. And then there's no real edge wear anywhere I can see. So I don't know how it got a lower grade than the Alakazam, where the Alakazam clearly has edge wear now that I look at it on the bottom. Whereas this is pretty clean. That's just a speck on the bag, I think, on the inside of the bag. Yeah, it's pretty clean altogether as a card. So I'm not really sure why it got the low grade. And I say that because the one card that I was surprised by when I sent it, and I wasn't expecting a Gem Mint 10 for this Charizard. There is a mark that it got. Let me see if I can get in the right light. I'm blinding everybody in the video. Right there, you can see that mark that came when I opened the pack. That was in the pack itself. Other than that, it's pretty clean. There is some silvering on the top. And the back is clean. Now, see, the other issue is I can get past that, but a Gem Mint 10, I probably shouldn't have got a Gem Mint 10. But this next thing is, yeah, the centering. The centering on this is awful. And I would have given it maybe a 6 or a 7. If it was me, I was expecting like a 6 coming back. The centering to the left to the right, from, well, your left, my right. Or is it my right to, yeah, just whatever.
From this side to that
From this side to that side is very off. And even the top and the bottom. So it's a lot going that way. And on the back as well, it's the other way. The cut is very off. And it's very common with these evolution cards to get this type of cut. And I'm surprised it got a Gem Mint 10. Obviously, I'm not removing this out of the case, and I'm not going to get it regraded because, frankly, I think if I did get regraded, I wouldn't get a Gem Mint 10 again. So maybe he was just having a hard day. But that's that. I'm going to put this here. Oops. The next one got an 8. Another Charizard that I sent in. The edging, I agree with this for the most part. I'm going to put this and this because these two were the two that really stuck out to me in terms of the grading. Everything else was maybe like 1 or 2 points above or below what I would have given it. But again, I'm not a professional grader. I'm just surprised. You can see there's whitening in the corners there. There's a lot of edge wear on the top corner there. Probably wouldn't have given this an 8, a 6 maybe at best. Again, there's some Hidden Fates stuff. My Rebel Clash pull from the other video that I did with the Inteleon VMASK. I don't know if that one, Max, I don't know if that one came out by the time this came out already. Yeah, this one got a Gem Mint 10 because it was right out of package. I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest. So that one's nice. A 10 and a 10 for Sil Valley, like Rock GX. A 10 and a 10. This was right out of the promos. I'm surprised he got a 10, but yeah, it's the centering's pretty solid on this. Just the bend of the card, and it wasn't in an actual package. It was actually in the case, in the tin that it came in. So I'm surprised that it got a 10. And then obviously the Guzzlord GX got a 10. So that's all of those. And then I got the Shadowless Light Stamp Bulbasaur graded. This one got a 4. Honestly, I'm not disappointed by that. There's a lot of edge wear on the all sides. The back's a little rough, but the front looks very nice. Maybe, yeah, I think like a 4 or 5.
You knew going in that it probably wouldn't rate the highest, but you wanted to send in a variety to see what the grading was like anyway. So
that's all of the stuff that I got graded in. Again, it's not super far off. The only two that really had me scratching my head was a Gem Mint Charizard and the 7 Moltres Zapdos Articuno. When this was pulled right out of the package, put in a sleeve, and that's it. I don't really see. If you guys see anything wrong with it, let me know in the comments. Or if you guys see anything wrong with any of this stuff, what you would have graded, if you would have done any differently. So the last thing I want to talk about is the cases themselves. I will take let's go Charizard. Take this guy out of I got them in sleeves. Put the slab down. I've got a PSA card here. This I bought recently off of somebody. I've never actually seen this graded as a 9. I've seen 7s and lower. It's quite nice. So this is actual PSA. You can see the PSA symbol there. It's got the barcode there. If you scan that barcode, it actually pops right up. I think it's like population 5 of this. I would just want to take them out because I wanted to compare the slabs themselves. GMA is a little thicker. It feels a little cheaper. I've seen a lot of videos where people talk about the differences in PSA and GMA, and if I'm being honest, I don't see that many differences. There is some screw holes that don't look as professional compared to PSA, and PSA is a little more sleek, a little more professional, like I said. But honestly, if I close my eyes and I weigh them both in my hands, I couldn't tell you the difference. There is a thicker border on GMA graded than PSA stuff, but besides that, I don't really see a big difference. A lot of people say that their cards shift in the holders, whereas obviously they don't do that in the PSA because they're right on the edge there. Mine don't really do that. I haven't really had too many issues with the shifting in the slab, so it's been fine. Obviously the sticker that they put in is a little more professional looking. It doesn't look as cheap as GMA, but frankly, I like
the GMA one better.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I like the GMA as well. I like the black border. It looks very sleek, very nice. They've got a watermark on top. If they had these, I don't think these barcodes really do anything. It just takes you to the website. It doesn't take you to they don't record. Unfortunately, they don't record. That's another issue with it, is they don't record what card was graded when. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What I really wanted to talk about, just kind of comparing the differences and showing what I got. Would I do GMA again? Yeah, I think so. I'll probably be sending a few more in. They're not as popular though, so they don't sell as well, I don't think. So we'll see how many I send in the future. If you guys have used GMA, and let me know about your experience in the comments. If you guys like them or hate them. I've only heard good things about them. So I said, why not? I'll give it a try. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Till next time, have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, and if I don't see you till then, have a good year. Bye, guys.
See ya.